right, hey there, Sam with you on a Tuesday, May 15th, kind of mid-morning here, and we've polled the members, and per that polling and the voting that we do amongst the members every day. First up I have here is ICX, icon to Bitcoin. I've got a 3-hour chart here on Binance, and this was easy enough as I was able to just grab the chart right from a recent posting that we did in the room. So you can see here now, let me zoom in here a little bit so you can kind of make sense of this. This should be no surprise what you see here. This is just, pretty much exactly what I show here in video virtually every day. So if you can see, so we get nice confluence here. So I've got a perfect 5-wave structure here, potentially labeled here. Now we've got this labeled as a 1-wave. 1-wave, I'm looking for 3 down, and I'm looking for my 2 at the 50. So the fact that we would have an order to buy here as a front run on the 50, as we intersect the lower parallel to the median line, that's pretty much straight by the book. And you can see here, now couldn't have asked for a better fill. So now we're not far enough away yet to where you can really, call this count thoroughly confirmed, but we've got some good distance. Now, if that's going to trade, if this is a 2 here and we're going to go into our third, that's going to need to start looking more impulsive. So perhaps we've got the start of a 1-wave going in. We look at our targets here. It's just pretty typical stuff. Okay, all right. Well, we know the -100 will be very close to the 1618. That's our highest probability zone for our wave 3 here in green. Now we may be moving over in time. But if we look at this, so here's the first algo target, second and third. So we're looking for this, if we can get it, if we get that kind of movement, that we might get a 3rd wave here. So we're always trying to catch the 3rd of the 3rd if we can. So here in the larger degree, we've got the 1-2 that's gone in here, and we've got our 5 waves into our 1. Kind of a skinny ABC down to the 2, and then this, it looked like it might have been the start of the 3rd, but we end up rolling over here. So likely now that's just the 1 wave of the 3rd wave. And then this could be the 1 wave of the 3rd wave going in. As we look at this, so we've got 1-2, 1-2. This unclear here what we've got. I have not suggested the stop get moved just yet. I'd like to see a little more distance if we are going to get more distance from that pivot down here. Then as we come up and towards the median line, then I'd be inclined to move that stop to break even. But right now, as it sits pretty, this wasn't the cleanest ABC, not the best looking C wave I've ever seen, but we do have all of the ingredients here, and then the technical confluence supports the buy with a reasonably tight stop. Risk reward here is 9-1, so hard not to like those numbers. Now, if we get up there, so we're not likely to go straight. So perhaps this is just starting to put in would appear as some sort of a diagonal is trying to get carved out there to give us our 1 of our 3rd. We'll see. But again, there's not much that I can add here. This is pretty much just exactly as what I teach it every day. Find the geometry. Can we find some geometry? Do I have where are my 5s and 3s? Yeah, right, it's as simple as that. Where are the deepest retracements? Well, I can get my clean 5 here into this 1 wave. Right? It can't be related to this as a 3rd because it's not long enough. Right? So they're just about the same. So if you look here, if I take the length of my 1 and project it from my 2, right, I've not even made 100%. So that was not a contender to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So that leaves 1, 2, 1, 2, which is actually more bullish. So as we look at that, there's not much resistance that we're going to run into until we get into the all the way halfway back. So if I were to pull from my swing high here to my low, come on, down to my low here. Well, yet to get the 50. Now this is somewhat interesting here. We get a little confluence here as the algo target and the 50 from the all the way halfway back from swing high to swing low. We're going to bump into that here, and then we're going to bump into the 618 as well. Now again, just as I would tell you many times, just because that's there doesn't mean we can't get through it. Now we might bounce there. If we were to bounce there, then that might be more consistent with what I'm kind of laying out here. Is that could be the 1, 2 before we go of this 3rd here of this degree here. So that we've got these upper targets here. If we were to bounce here, that wouldn't surprise me at all. It would set it up for that 1, 2, and then potentially then we go for the 3 there. So we'll have to wait and see. But so far, a very nice entry. Couldn't ask for a better entry. And we'll see if we get the legs here to get it up to challenge this target up here and go after that wave 3. Until then, if you're not in, well, kind of late to the party here. If you didn't catch that, I'd be waiting for the next retracement. So if you're not in, you like this project, you're looking for the next entry, I'd want to see this move into some sort of a motive coming off of this. Then I'd be looking for the next retracement. Target doesn't move. All right, okay, guys, that's it for ICX. Yeah, that's a quick one, nice and easy one for Icon to Bitcoin on Binance. All right, we got a few more to do. Back to you shortly.